Greetings to our lecturer and friends. Today, my group and I will be presenting our case-based study titled Data-Driven Insight into Student Placement. In today's competitive job market, getting placed after graduation is no longer just about having good grades. Employers now look at a combination of academic background, skills, experience, and specialization. So because of this, many students are unsure about what really matters when preparing for their future careers. So for this project, we analyzed a job placement dataset from Kaggle to better understand the factors that influence student placement outcome. By using data-driven analysis, we aim to identify patterns and insights that can help students improve their employability and make better career decisions. Through this presentation, we will share our problem statement, objective, key finding, and strategic insight based on the data analysis we conducted. Now, I will begin with our introduction. The main problem we aim to address is identifying which professional and academic profile give students a competitive advantage in an increasingly volatile recruitment market. With limited opportunities and high competition, understanding these factors can help students better prepare themselves for successful placement. So there are three objectives of this study. So the first one, we aim to identify which category criteria influence placement outcome the most. And then the second one, we evaluate the minimum academic requirement, or what we call the academic floor needed for successful recruitment. And lastly, we provide data-driven recommendation to help students enhance their employability profile.
We are working with a dataset of 215 unique student records. Before performing our analysis, we conducted a technical audit to ensure the data was clean. We found 0 missing values and 0 errors across all 13 variables. This 100% completion rate ensures that our foundation is solid and our findings are statistically reliable. Looking at the structure of the data, we have a healthy mix of 5 numerical features and 8 categorical features. A quick snapshot of the raw data shows us that we are dealing with a diverse group of students coming from various academic streams like commerce, science, and arts. By verifying this structure early, we were able to transition smoothly into the visualization phase. Now, let's look at the baseline academic performance of the cohort. On average, our students are very consistent. From high school through their undergraduate degrees, the mean score hover between 66% and 67%. We see a slight convergence during their MBA studies, where the average settles at 62.3%. This gives us a clear academic benchmark for the entire group. Finally, we look at our overall results. Our univariate analysis shows that 68.8% of our students, which is 148 people, were successfully placed. While this is a strong success rate, it leaves a 31% gap. This pie chart represents our big picture starting point. Now that we have established what the number look like, we will explain the why, focusing on the specific strategic factors like work experience and specialization.
One of the most significant findings from our analysis is the impact of prior work experience. Students with work experience achieve an 86.49% placement rate compared to only 59.57% for students without experience. This shows a 27% increase in hiring probability, highlighting that work experience acts as a strong risk mitigation factor for recruiters as it signals job readiness and practical exposure. Another important factor is specialization. So students specializing in marketing and finance recorded a 79.70% placement rate, while those in marketing and HR achieved only 55.79%. This suggests that finance-related skills are currently more aligned with market demand and employer expectation. Our analysis also revealed differences based on undergraduate degree and gender. Graduates from commerce and science background maintained a consistent placement success rate of around 70%, whereas students from other degree backgrounds dropped to 45.45%. But in terms of gender, male candidates achieved a 71.94% placement rate compared to female that's only 63.60% within this dataset.
First, I will explain the overall job placement status based on our data sets, which is job placement status, placed versus not placed, overall placement percentage distribution. From a total of 215 student records, we found that 68.8% students are successfully placed, while 31.2% are not placed. This shows that most students are able to secure employment, indicating a generally positive outcome. The bar chart clearly shows that placed students from the majority, with more than 2/3 of the dataset securing jobs, making the differences between the two groups visually clear. The table supports this observation numerically, where 148 students are placed compared to 67 students who are not placed. Although the placement rate is relatively high, nearly 1/3 of students remain unplaced, which that suggests employability is not guaranteed for all graduates. Therefore, this distribution reflects a moderately strong employability outcome rather than a fully saturated job market where all students are placed. The consistency between the numerical table and the visual bar chart strengthens the credibility and reliability of the analysis, as both representations show the same trends. Next, we analyze the relationship between academic performance and job placement using a correlation heat map, which is academic performance and job placement correlation heat map of academic attributes. Degree level scores show a moderate positive correlation with placement, with values around 0.4 to 0.5, suggesting that students with stronger degree level performance tends to have a better placement outcome. MBA results also show a positive correlation of approximately 0.4, which indicates that postgraduate academic performance continue to matter in the requirement process. In contrast, HSC scores show a weaker correlation, generally between 0.2 and 0.3, meaning the influence on placement decision is more limited. SSC score display the lowest correlation, close to 0.1 to 0.2, suggesting that early academic results have a minimal impact on employability. This trend is visually represented by the increasing color intensity at higher academic level in the heat map. Overall, this analysis shows that higher education performance play a more significant role in placement success compared to early academic achievement. Moving on, we examine how skill-related and academic factors influence placement success. Academic factors influencing placement success, correlation between skill attributes and placement outcome. Several skill-related attributes show moderate correlation, typically ranging from 0.3 to 0.5, indicating a noticeable impact of employability. Skill with darker regions in the heat map represent stronger influence on the placement outcome. At the same time, certain skills show low correlation value below 0.2, suggesting that they have a limited or minimal impact on placement success. This variation highlights that not all skills contribute equally to employability. In particular, technical and employability-focused skills demonstrate greater relevance compared to more general skills. This emphasizes the importance of developing targets, job-relevant skills to improve placement change. Now, for the final insight and summary, this study addressed the challenge of identifying key academic and professional factors that influence students' job placement in a competitive requirements market. Analysis of 250 complete and clean records ensure reliable insight without data bias or missing value. The overall placement rate of 68.8% indicates a positive outcome, while the 31.2 unplaced group highlight area for improvement. Academic performance established a consistent baseline, but higher education levels show stronger relevance than early academic results. Work experience and specialization emerged as the most critical success factor, significantly improving employability beyond academic score alone. Overall, the findings confirm that successful placement depends on a balanced profile combining academic skills, specialization, and practical experience. Thank you. That's all from us for our topic, which is data-driven insights into student placement on a job placement datasets. Thank you.